Hello everyone, welcome back to Nails by Sora. Today I am going to be doing Barbie nails, and my idea is to have the Barbie logo go across all 5 nails. I'm actually going to add in a 6th nail because I want to do the profile of Barbie, kind of have it like a brooch nail with some gems around the perimeter and her profile in the center. We'll see how that goes, but my idea right now is to have pool water going across the top with the logo going across the bottom, and then the 6th nail will either go in the center or will go at the end. But I did mix my own Barbie pink. I think it's actually pretty close, if I do say so myself. I used these 3 colors by Madame Glam, starting with Oh My God Pink, adding in some vintage pink, and then going with 50 Shades of Pink. I don't remember the amounts, so I will have to mix it again by eye, but those are the 3 colors that I used. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by laying in the background pink of the logo so that I know where the pool water is going to go on top. So this is just going to be a rough estimation. I can always go in and fix it as I'm going. Just need to clean off. I really gunked up this brush well, but I'm going to loosen up the bristles a bit with a mixture of acetone and alcohol, and then I'm going to put in the background of the bee here. Then I'm going to go on with my goal is to get 2 letters on each nail. Well, one here for the E, and then A-R-B-I. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to accomplish that, but we'll have to tackle it as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counting letters. B, A, R. Okay, so then I'll just do B here. Okay, so now that the basic outline is in with the mini detailer brush, I'm going to take my bottle brush and I'm just going to go in and make it a little bit darker before I cure. Now I am using the bottle brush to pick up the color that's on the palette. I just wanted a thicker brush. All right, so I went in and I did a 2nd coat on all the nails, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to lay in the blue for the pool water. I'm using Besame from Madame Glam. It's one of my favorite turquoise colors. And actually I'm going to switch to doing 1 nail at a time just because it's easier to hold, and that way I don't risk smudging the colors as I'm going. So I'm using the bottle brush just because I can go in and refine the lines later. I'm going to push it directly up to the pink line, try to get rid of whatever that is on the nail. It shouldn't be visible later once there are other coats of polish on top of it. I'm just going to push directly up to that line and then pull away. And I will likely do 2 coats on each nail, just for good measure. First one going into the lamp and going on to the next one. All right, so we've got all of our nails ready to go for the pool effect. And I'm going to go nail by nail as I did with the blue background, just to make things easier. If you are a subscriber to my channel, I thank you. If you are not, I say please subscribe, because if you were a subscriber, you will have seen the other videos I've done with the pool effect. It's pretty straightforward. You just need a blue background, some white, and some base coat. And what you're basically going to do is you're going to layer the white over your blue, then drop base coat in dots across the surface, and it's going to force the white apart and create that ripple effect. So I'm not going to be too particular about how close I get to the pink, because I'll probably end up pushing some dots towards that line anyway. That's going to make it bleed. But I do want to get it as close as possible. And then I'm going to take my base coat, and I'm just going to use the bottle brush, which I'll wipe off before I put back into the bottle to make sure that I don't contaminate my brand new bottle of base, if I can get the cap off. And I'm just going to go in random dots. Some big, some small. And you want to work relatively quickly, just because it's going to keep spreading and bleeding. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some of this color down. That's not really working. It's okay, I can fill in the pink later on. But I'm going to cure this because I really don't want it to bleed anymore, because I'll lose the look of the bubbles. And I'm going to move on to the next nail. Now you can use a full-on white, you can use a milky white, but I found that the more opaque the white is, the easier it works. Oops. Oops! Just pulling off some of the color so that it doesn't bulk up the profile of the nail. This one may be a bit trickier because the dot of the eye in the middle. So I probably won't go in between, but we'll see. And this is where we are so far. We've got our background for the letters. We've got our pool water. Now I've remixed some of the Barbie pink, and I'm just going to redefine the outline. But instead of using my little baby blender, I'm going to use one of my liner brushes. And I'm going to go for one that's medium length. Pause for thunder, so unusual. Just so that I have a little bit more control over the direction of the bristles. All right, I'm gonna roll it in the ink gel paint. And I'm going to go actually one by one. Blend that down because I think this shade is a little off from what I mixed before. So I'm just gonna blend it down into where the white's going to be, and then I can always fill in and fix things once the logo is complete. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with some white gel paint and I'm going to start laying in the lettering. So it's script. So I'm gonna go a little bit slowly, try to focus. I opted for this one instead of the bubble art just because I thought it would be a little easier for me to accomplish. I've always been pretty good at script. So I wanted to do this instead of the bubble art. So I'm just gonna center it. And by that I mean draw the center point of each letter, and then I'm going to build it outward. So I'm gonna confess and say I don't think I ever actually played with Barbie when I was growing up. I know my sister had a Barbie and my mom has one of the original Barbies. But I myself, I think my sister had the Dream Home, and I think I played with it just because it wasn't mine. But I don't think Barbie was ever something that I was really into. But I figured this would be a fun set for everyone that is or was a Barbie fan. And also it's something different to do. A little bit out of my comfort zone. He is done. Unfortunately, I reversed the size of the top and the lower circle. The top is supposed to be bigger and the bottom is supposed to be smaller, but that's okay. I'm not too fussed about that. Now to try to get 2 letters in one. I'm gonna start with the top of the R, and that's a bit rounded out, and that goes down here. Now I'm going to link that up with the A, which starts here, and we'll go off the nail, unfortunately, and come back on. A. This is a little bit thick here. All right, so this is the Barbie set so far. I'm going to put this aside for now because I want to go onto the accent nail, which is going to be kind of like a brooch and have her her profile. So I decided I'm going to do a white background with a pink. If I can, this isn't staying. I need new gummy tape. All right, swap that out. I'm going to go in with white as my background, and then I'm going to do her profile in pink. All right, I'm going to put this in for the cure, then I'm going to do a second coat, and then we will get into the profile. So I went and mattified the nail just so that it makes it easier to draw over. Last time, about a month or so ago, I tried doing this design and it did not turn out well. So I put it aside until now. I'm gonna try again and we'll see what happens. But I'm going to go in and basically just try to draw in her profile. I'm trying to figure out how large or how small I want to go. Let's go a little bit larger. I do want to be able to still fit in her ponytail, so I may have to move her over a bit. See, her ponytail will go here. All right. And let me go in with a little baby blender. Let's see, goes up a little bit more poofy. I need a smaller brush. Let's see. So her hair comes out a little bit farther for her bangs. And then we need her nose. Oh, my computer went off. My reference. And then her mouth is going to be the difficult part because it's small. Sorry, I started this without pressing record. I decided to put a border around it just because she is off center and I want to center it a bit and have it feel a little bit more cohesive. So I'm just going around the edge with a border, and then I'm going to put in some pink crystals. Let's see, let's even this out. This is the first coat. I'm going to do 2. So while that's cooking, I think I want to go in and do the flower that's on some of her logos. If I can find it, it's more of an asterisk. So I'm going to go in and lay that in with white and then outline it in the pink. Unless, should I do it in pink and outline it in the white? Nah. Let's just keep the theme the same. So I'm going to do it on if I can get the fuzz off of my dotting tool. I think I'm going to do it on 2 nails. I'm going to do it on the AR nail. And then I will do it on the E. I've been sitting in this chair too long. My hips are going numb. Does anybody out there have the same problem? When you're doing nail art, you start to go numb. I'm gonna have to get myself to stand up and move around a little bit more while I'm doing these. Oh. All right, back to Ms. Barbie on the second coat. All right, so now to outlining the flower. I'm gonna outline the flower. Alrighty, so I've got these gems and I'm going to use the light pink ones for contrast to go, I guess, around the border. So I'm just going to dump a bunch of them out so I can pick them up easily. I could have just put them in the tray that's right next to me, but no, I have to make things difficult. And I've got my Makartt gem glue. And I've got my wax tool for picking up the gems. Actually, yeah, no, that's fine. Never mind. So I'm just gonna put a light bead around the border. I'm gonna do the top and then I'm gonna do the bottom. I don't like this one. Now I'm gonna go in with the bottom row and do the same process. I'm gonna finish off my Barbie nail now with a soak off top coat. I'm not going to go over the gems. You don't want to polish over them or else they're going to get cloudy and lose their sparkle. So you just want to push the gel up against it to fully encapsulate it, but you definitely don't want to polish over it. And this will help keep them on the nail for as long as possible. Now just to top coat these nails, I did put a gem in the center of each flower and I did the darker pink. And that's going to finish off this set. All right, everyone, well, that's going to do it. All right, everyone, so it is the next day. You can see that the nails look a little bit different from how the video started, or at least how it ended. That is because I didn't really like the fact that the A and the R were on the same nail. When you looked at the set, it looked like it says Barbie instead of Barbie. And that's not what I wanted. That's not her name. It's Barbie, not Barbie. So I decided to redo that nail into two separate nails, and I added the flower onto the A, but now you've got one letter per nail. Obviously, this wouldn't fit on one hand. If you were going to do this as a set that you wanted on your hands, I would say there's a little bit of tackiness. I would say there's a little bit of tackiness on this nail. No, I would say that maybe take the design, the Barbie, and go it vertically up one nail, and then you can do the pool effect and some flowers and the solo Barbie silhouette nail to create a full set on one hand. But this is the finished set. I really hope you guys like it. Thank you for joining me. I didn't feel it was necessary to refilm me doing these nails because it was the exact same process that I did before. I just separated out the A and the R onto their own nails. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Just hit that notification bell so that you know when new videos are available. Give me a like. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. I keep going out of frame. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. All the products that I used in this video will be listed in the description box below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.